Well, today it's all about flowers. Matthew and I are going to talk about how to arrange flowers, and let's just start with this one. This is the go-to easy arrangement that anybody can do. You get a supermarket bunch or two or three, and you put it in a big white pitcher. It's so easy, and it looks amazing.
Well, what I loved about the first time I visited your house to photograph it is that you had filled the house with these kind of profusions of flowers, and I think they are so pretty, and they're so kind of just jaw-dropping, right? Because you have this great, colorful mass of flowers.
There's something about adding flowers to your home. One little bouquet in a living room can make the room come alive. So why don't you show how you do these hydrangeas?
Well, we both love hydrangeas, and I know you have them growing on in your yard, which is nice. I think a lot of people don't know that much about how to extend the life of their flowers. So if you pick this, you want to start by stripping some of the bigger leaves from it, because those take the water before the flower actually gets it. And then you want to cut the stem, and you can cut it right above where the new growth starts on an angle.
Okay, and you'll see those little nubs. That's the new growth. Just slice it on an angle.
But then the really great thing is to actually smash the stem, the end, just like this. And the reason you want to do that is because that will really allow the water to be drawn up the stem and go right to this kind of beautiful mop head of flowers, and it won't be all droopy.
Right, because everybody has those crash and burn moments with their hydrangeas. So if you smash your stem, chances are you can take them from your garden into your home and they'll last a lot longer.
Right, and here's another one of these Amy-style profusion arrangements that looks so beautiful.
One type of flower in one container. And speaking of containers, look at this, is just an old vintage glass jar. Containers really can set the style for a flower arrangement, don't you think?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And it can tilt the style. If you had a fancy home and you put a rusted bucket filled with flowers, it would kind of bring it down a little bit.
Right. I mean, I think it's kind of that push and pull, the rustic modern, the edgy, the
rough luxe.
Right, and it really draws people's eye to it because
there's something a little bit different about it.
Right.
One thing that my son sells in his store in Boston at Pioneer Goods is these vintage beakers, and they really make a modern yet old-fashioned looking container for a flower. So you fill it up, not all the way. I like seeing that water line, don't you?
Here's a bunch of flowers for you to pick from.
Ooh, nice. And any flower will do as long as it has a stem. And I do like to trim it off, like Matthew said. And I should be smashing that, but
here, I'll do that for
give it a smash. And in we go. Now that's a little bit too tall. Now to me, that's just so pretty, simple, modern.
Right.
You can't beat it.
Such a spectacular arrangement. You know, and you can go way beyond the vase, right? Because, you know, that's part of it. That's part of the interest. Everybody has teacups. This is a beautiful handcrafted pottery teacup. And I love to do arrangements and things like that. And I like these roses that you can buy them at the grocery store. Yeah. And they're kind of fully blown, but you can just pull the petals a little more and make it even more lush and kind of more romantic looking.
So you pull it down a little bit and it feels like it's been opening up on a summer day.
That's right. And then you just place it right inside a teacup that's a little lower and just cut it. And it takes up the entire teacup, and you have this beautiful, spectacular arrangement. You can do a procession of them down the dining table,
or just one on a little secretary desk would be really charming, or a bedside table.
Right.
So here's another idea that you have is, you know, have you seen these carriers? They might have bottles in them. This happens to have jelly jars. And I love what your idea is with this.
Yeah, I mean, you can just buy a bouquet and take it apart and do a different flower in each one. Or you could do the same flower in each one. But what it is it takes you seconds to do. It makes a beautiful statement. It's portable. You can carry it out to the picnic table or to a buffet. And here you have this beautiful Foolproof.
Oh my gosh, is that spectacular? Now, here's an elevated tray system, you know, a tiered top table centerpiece thing. A lot of times you see people put fruit on them. How about you put the jelly jars with one flower in each cup?
Here we can just move these right over.
Okay.
And get a real sense of how that's gonna look. I mean, I even like to collect grasses in the summertime, meadow flowers, things that are just free for the taking. Even herbs from your garden would work.
Yeah.
It doesn't really take a lot to make something beautiful and really interesting. And then we have that really, you were saying, you know, your son's shop has that kind of edgy, modern, rustic mix. Here's just a glass jar. You can find a new glass jar, old glass jar,
Right.
and then you can simply arrange flowers right inside of the jar. It's really simple and easy. You just place them right inside.
So it's almost like a terrarium of flowers.
It is, and
It's like an aquarium terrarium.
right. And you don't need a lot of flowers to do it. You don't need any real kind of flower arranging skill. And then you have this beautiful modern glass
Oh
jar.
my
of
gosh,
blooms.
it is. It's beautiful.
So just, you know, gather some flowers. They could be from your garden or, like you said, the supermarket, and make a bunch of these beautiful bouquets. So I guess the lesson really is here, you know, whether you pick your flowers or you find them at the grocery store, you can make spectacular, simple arrangements.
Right, with any kind of container, any kind of flower. We hope you got some great ideas.
And you know what else? It only takes minutes, so let's get arranging.
Okay.